So here's the tackle counter read. So Todd Monken incorporated pulling linemen to this offense. So while inside zones, nothing new with this offense, counter looks were a breath of fresh air for a unit that basically turned to bash zone reads, draws, or jet sweeps as its misdirection options in the past. This year, they said, forget that. We're going to go old school and pull some linemen. So here is an example where we're pulling a backside guard trapper or edge setter and a backside tackle as your wrapper or lead blocker, with everyone else basically doing down blocks to facilitate the counter actions. Because again, we're faking a zone flow of sorts before getting the defense to flow one way before smacking them with a pair of power pullers on the other side. So it's a very condensed set. I mean, very rarely can we get all 22 people basically on one side of the formation, one side of the field even. So forgive me for not drawing this up, but the lines would get a little bit messy, so we're going to do it here. So normally you would like to kick out your edge defender here, but because of how he's kind of aggressive trying to stifle that zone flow, he throws himself into the play, into our tight end to where he has no choice but to take him. With him taking him, that then makes our corner our new edge defender, or who we're aiming to trap. So we'll watch it play out here, but like any read option, we're reading our backside defender, very aggressive. He is against Mr. Burton, who's a receiver, and he's like, I'm not going to be pushed around by no receiver, and he comes up pretty aggressively, but it's going to be a dead. You can see Bennett looking at him. It's going to be a pretty easy give situation here. So because of everybody on the defense being on one side of the field, ideally, you would like to get some type of seal action and just wash them all off and just run to space, but it's a decent job to at least recover some of its zone or some of its run gap responsibility, so where we don't necessarily capture the edge for Georgia, we still hit a nice hole because of our pullers. So we'll watch it play out here. Again, here is our normal edge defender who's coming in hard, making our tight end have to engage him. But everyone else basically down blocking except our backside guard and our backside tackle. But you can see here, as long as we get a hat on a hat, we should be able to hit this hole just nicely. And again, since a lot of the defenders are over here, there's a lot less auxiliary support in the immediate vicinity. So we wash him on down, good awareness to engage him. We get our first seal. Here comes our second seal through the hole. And you can see, not the best job blocking backside here by our other tight end going against the grain. He's peeling back, trying to pick off Bolden, but Bolden, maybe you heard, pretty good linebacker, and makes him miss. So even though we do have our trapper setting the edge, it's going to leave potentially two guys for our pulling tackle to engage, which is not necessarily what you want for the offense. But very good job by our tackle, because he engages and slows down Bolden just a beat for our back to hit the hole and get a nice gain. So tackle counter, obviously not a big part of this offense. I could probably count on one hand the instances they pulled a lineman last year, but 15 reps over meaningful minutes for this offense and a 60% success rate seems to imply more should have been called.